What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and we're now just a few days away from the actual release of Cyberpunk 2077, and maybe just a week now away from being able to preload it on your consoles. I don't know about PC. Gonna have to check into that. But guess what? There's already a VR version of Cyberpunk 2077 for the spicy time. The spicy time. Now, I have spent literally hours pouring through this footage so I can break it down for all of you. But given that the topic is so spicy, I knew I had to mix in some other Cyberpunk 2077 news because, well, YouTube's not going to like this video anyway. And because of that, I brought out all my Cyberpunk disc plates, including my quartering disc plates, of which there are 5. Today is Cyber Monday, the last day of the massive disc plate discount. Picking up disc plates not only make your walls look way better, they make a great gift, and they directly support the channel. Check this out.
Check this out.
Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Displate, one of the longest running sponsors on this channel. You see the art displayed on my set. In fact, this month, I just upped my collection with a bunch of new Mandalorian designs. I've got a bunch. I decided to go with the matte finish. They have various finishes that you can get, but these are high quality prints on metal that you can magnetically mount to your wall with ease. No holes, no fuss. You can change them out. I have a huge collection of them. I swap them in, I swap them out. You can use multiple small ones to create large murals. They have various sizes. They have prints from Cyberpunk, South Park, World of Warcraft, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, The Witcher, Cyberpunk, Arsenal. So many different options, and I absolutely love working with them. They love you all so much that they've given me an amazing discount. You get 34% off if you purchase 1 to 2 disc plates, 38% off if you purchase 3 to 4 of them, and a whopping 42% off if you buy 5 or more disc plates. Picking up your disc plate not only supports the channel and supports a channel sponsor, but it gets awesome art up on your wall. Pick up your disc plates today. They make a great gift for someone you love or for yourself. Now, there appears to be a giant oopsie. By the way, make sure to get your disc plates today. Today's the last day of the deal. Big oopsie. Apparently, Google Stadia lied about or misrepresented the Cyberpunk 2077 trailer footage. It's actually not running on Stadia. This was a recent correction as of today or this morning. A Google spokesperson reached out to explain that gameplay footage shared in the video referenced below was not captured on Stadia and is the same footage provided to all platforms of Cyberpunk 2077. That renders moot any observations about the footage quality in comparison to other trailers by extension because they're identical. The headline has been updated to reflect that the footage wasn't streamed on Stadia. Further, complaints about latency issues with the newly released Assassin's Creed Valhalla don't appear to be widespread, contrary to what the original article implied. Cyberpunk 2077 promotion that ends on December 17th includes a Stadia Premier Kit, a controller, and a Chromecast Ultra. Not only a 1-month trial for the service. Oh, I'm sorry, you get the controller and the Chromecast. It's probably not a bad, honestly, thinking about it, my consoles are down here, but maybe I just want to log in and play upstairs every once in a while. I don't know. I suppose I could use the remote play option, which is probably better. Now, a Google spokesperson also clarified that the company did not, quote, resort to doing giveaways, but rather intended always to do so regardless of the customer enthusiasm for Stadia. We at Gizmodo sincerely regret the errors, and the original article appears below. Google is pissed!
That contract is somewhere in the
Google was mad. On Friday, we got our first look at how Stadia plays in 4K nonetheless, and it's fine. Could it be worse? Could it be better? You know the 10 things I hate about you quote? I think I now know what being whelmed feels like. This is the original article I covered. So Google reached out to correct this and say, actually, this isn't how it looks on Stadia. And also, you know, maybe we're mad that you made us look bad. Now, I will say that I think it's reasonable for me to pick up a Chromecast and actually play some of these games, especially like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I could take or leave. And so I can have a better opinion of it. What do you guys think about that? You think I should probably pick it up just so I'm not speaking out of my rear here? Probably. By the way, if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, there's a red subscribe button down below. I'll be covering literally all the Cyberpunk news you're ever going to need. Obviously, everything else going on in the video game industry. We've got the video game awards coming up. I cover pop culture, YouTube news, Hollywood news, 5 to 7 videos a day. Pushing hard for 1 million by the end of the year. Can't do it without you. Please consider subscribing. Now, we also have some more information. By the way, it says, for what it's worth, Google appears ready to continue throwing money at the platform for the foreseeable future. In an interview this week, Stadia director Jack Busser said the company is unequivocally invested in the gaming world for the long haul. Now, we've heard Google say this many times before. I mean, you know, they say that all the time and then they cancel stuff. You can see that Stadia does have their fans. I get angry emails every time I meme on Stadia, and I think that maybe some of that's fair. You know, I need to put some time in. Looks fine. Jesus, you guys really hate dumping on Stadia. Not everyone gets a free PS5 and Intel i9 CPUs. What's your problem with working class people getting to play the same games without spending $5 grand on bleeding edge hardware every year? Grow up. Well, this reply is, you know, a little too spicy, what I think. But I think that their statement is you don't need to spend $5 grand a year on bleeding edge technology. You could have a PS4 Pro for like $300 right now. If you were fortunate enough and you picked up a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or S, that's $300 or $500. So you don't need to spend $5 grand on bleeding edge technology every year. You know, I'll also understand that Stadia does have their internet restrictions, but nonetheless, hey, huge portions of the United States, maybe you get an opportunity. Maybe you don't care about, you know, 60 frames a second, 4K every single instant, and you're fine just playing through a game. There's nothing wrong with that. And also, speaking of Monday, Cyber Monday, it looks like the game's already on sale. So if you haven't picked up Cyberpunk, yep, you should have waited. If you're hoping to snag a next-gen console in the Cyber Monday or Black Friday sales, then you're out of luck. Trying to get a hold of a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X has been an arduous battle against bots, scalpers, and website crashes that left many of us looking for our current generation of consoles with some scorn. Don't let that get you down, though, as those of us stuck with a PS4 and Xbox One consoles may finally got a win, with WB Games listing pre-orders for Cyberpunk 2077 at just $49.94. This means 17% savings. You're paying less than retail price even before the game is released on December 10th, which is a very rare occurrence in the world of video games. I agree. This is a win, by the way, and it should probably be, you know, a little cheaper on current gen. And by the way, like, holy crap, don't feel bad about playing Cyberpunk on a PS4 or an Xbox or even a PC that doesn't have the bleeding edge technology. All right, the game should, like, games are more than just frames per second, right? I guess you could argue that, you know, maybe a game like an FPS, you know, frames per second is more important. But even with a Call of Duty, you know, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, in my opinion, is still a 6 out of 10. It has nothing to do with how the game performs. It has everything to do with the weapon selection, the meta, launching with like 6 maps or 7 maps. These are things that don't matter in terms of performance, right? It just exists. Now, of course, it is the latest release. We already know that. And obviously, also Tom's Hardware. I just wanted to point out some good deals. Save $10 on Cyberpunk 2077 this Cyber Monday. And this is available, I believe, via Amazon. When is the best time to pre-order a copy of Cyberpunk 2077? Cyber Monday, of course. This hotly anticipated game has been seeing many delays, but with the release date now mere days away, this pre-order will offer the save PlayStation 4 and Xbox One owners $10 on the list price. That's the best Cyber Monday tech deal we've seen on Cyberpunk. In the post world, Cyberpunk 2077 is a dystopian blah, blah, blah. I know why you're here. You want me to get to the spicy film. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have put in my time here. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a high-end VR system. I feel like they're very expensive, and I don't know if I would ever get into it. But after seeing this film, I feel like it's probably an investment worth making.
Oh my god.
I think the acting is excellent. They have the very nice cybernetics. Now the immersion is excellent. If you have VR goggles, it's probably even better. Cyberpunk 2077 has already been parodied in the form of a spicy film. CD Projekt Red's upcoming open-world RPG has been one of the most hotly anticipated video games on the market for a long time now, following multiple delays, blah, 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 blah. We already know. This shared cinematic universe already has received an unlikely and probably unwanted addition by who? In the form of Cyberpunk 2077's first spicy parody. CD Projekt Red's business development director, Rafal Jackie, already responded to this anomaly on Twitter via PC Gamer. He seems to be taking the discovery with largely good humor, remarking that, after all, mimicking is the highest form of praise. The video in question is rather unimaginatively named Cyberpunk 2077 X Parody. Oh my god, how do you not call it Cyberpunk 2069?
Do it! Just do it!
That's like the... What? How do you not name... Wow, terrible! And it stars two women who, much to their credit, do look like they could be characters in the game, albeit one of them not wearing much. It's also apparently viewable in VR, which should make for some very immersive viewing experience for anyone interested to seek it out. It shouldn't be too surprising that the game is getting such a spicy homage. CD Projekt Red is certainly not known for shying away from spicy content in its games, and Cyberpunk 2077 is already no exception. This is obvious from the character creator alone, which is offering an in-depth options that defy the gender binary, and to that end will allow unprecedented levels of customizations on the parts of the character that are generally kept private. There's a lot of reasons to be excited for Cyberpunk 2077. How many of you... You've already clicked off to look for this video, haven't you? You're not even here anymore. You're already watching it. Maybe I'm playing in the background. Hey, you know I'm delivering the hard-hitting news, right? Make sure you smash that like button at least, and you click that red subscribe button. And by the way, through a little other sleuthing, this isn't even the first time that this has happened for a CD Projekt Red title. Because we have... Gwent found and sent the line. We have the Witcher spelled with a B, and the Dildo of Destiny has two heads. See, that's why it should be named. That's how it should be named. And this is out there too. I'm not telling anyone to embrace this type of thing. I'm just reporting the news, which I hope you enjoyed. I hope you've subscribed, and I hope you have a wonderful day.